Starting recording, and there the red button is showing. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen so that everybody can see. All right, everybody can see my desktop. So we are going to focus on 3.14, sorry. This is the assignment that I'm going to do either tonight or tomorrow live as a recording. I think I will do it. Yes, and then tomorrow we can just have a question and answer session on the group assignment, and I can also see the downloads received. I will do a live video tomorrow on that. So maybe tonight I will do a group assignment lesson, say for 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, and I will post it. All right. So let's get cracking with 3.14. We're almost done with our exercises, people. And then we're going to, well, it's already integration. And then hopefully next week, over the weekend, I will sit and see if I can set up a mock test. And we can start going through that to prepare us for our May, June exams. And we'll give you time to work through your group assignment as well. So, 3.14. Can everybody see? Let me just get a thumbs up or something here. Everybody can see me, hear me. And the screen is shared. Anybody? Just tell me a thumbs. Ah, beautiful. Thank you, my guys. Thank you, Titus. And who is it? Zongo and Nkosi. All right. Thank you, guys. Okay, let's get cracking. So I'm going to open up. I think I already did. Minimize that again. I did open up the questions. Let's make it a little bit bigger. So this is quite a big exercise, people. 3.14. So let's get going. We're going to change this document. Now, students, your Unit 3 of your group assignment will look similar to these type of questions that we're going to, what we're going to do. Part of your group assignment, which also prepares you for your May, June exams. All right, so let's get cracking. Let's open up the starter file. Okay, I got both open there, so let's close that one. That's the staff database. So, if I see something like that, then there's going to definitely be a question where we're going to import something. And here's the starter file. Let's open that. Okay. Let's make it a little bit 90%, 100%. Let me just see. Okay, so far so good. All right. So let's get cracking. Rename sheet 1 to client details. That's easy peasy. Right click, rename, just like yesterday's 13. Client details. Righto. Question 2. Light blue color tab 2. The sheet that we renamed, which is client details. No problem. Right click, tab color, and a light blue, which is similar to that color over there. If I click, yeah, that's it. Okay. Highlight E2 to I31. Format the values to rand currency with 2 decimal places. From E2, E2 to I. Whoa. Where does I31? Highlight E2 and format the values from I to I31. Why I31? I think it's to I15. That's a spelling error over there, or a typing error. So let's just see. From E to I. Is it E to I? Let's have a look at MIT. Let me have a look at the solution. I just want to see something. So let me go into my Flash. Units. Unit 3. Solutions. And let's look for 14. I just want to see something. From E. Isn't it rand values that start by H to K? So it's H2 to K14. That is what I'm checking here. That is the only rand, in other words, values that we're working with, which is this area over here and that one over there. So let's call it 15 from H2 to K15. So that looks like a typing error. K2 to H5, capital H, 15. I'm just going to make that in red and, okay, it's already bold and yellow. So now you know when you go through this exercise, it's about the rand values and 2 decimal places. Let's just check. Yeah, the 2 decimal places is from H to K. Okay. So from column H, that is a rand, but it's custom. It's not in currency. From H2 to K15, apply rand currency 2 decimal places. Okay, now we got the ball rolling. And save it, admit. So watch out for this question. It's a typing error. It is K2 to H15. All right. Let's use a special formula now to continue the numbers, but it must run in a particular sequence, in a unique number set of codes. So, let's see. Let's see. I'm just checking my phone. Amanda, So let me just, where am I now? Sorry. Let's close the solution and we can check it, save it afterwards. Over here, they want me to create a unique set of numbers. So if I click on that little box in the bottom right-hand corner and I autofill down, as you can see, the numbers are all the same. 535353 at the end. But they want me to change it to 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. So what do we do now? We can click on that little box over there and we can fill with series. And it will give us a series set of 54, 55, 56. Does that make sense? So read that question again. Use a special formula to create a unique number of codes. So now the codes run in a particular order. 53, 54, 55, 56. Everybody got that one? Very important June exams. All right. Okay, so we covered 4, and now we're going to do change the date to a long date of column B. So in other words, this current date, like we did dates before, this is in short date format over there. So we want to click it in or change it to a long date. It's currently in that format. We're going to change it to this format. Now, obviously, we can't see it. So what do you think we must do? We need to auto fit that column between B and C. And I double click. So today is Thursday, the 14th of April, 2026. You get me? It's a long date with a day and the date, the month and the year. So we just change the date feature over there. So you see inside here, we have numbers, currency accounting, long date, short date, percentages, absolute referencing comes to mind. Make sense? All right. Let's continue. This look like a name and surname. That look like a concatenate coming up. I got a feeling. Okay, let's first do the substitute. So in cell M1, they want me to use the substitute function to change the word companies to businesses of the word insurance. In cell 20 and in cell C20. So let's see, that's another type of error in cell 20. What column 20? They're giving us the row. So use the substitute function to change insurance companies to insurance businesses. So this is A. But where do they want me to? Let me just see something. Where do they want me to place it? Let's see. In what cell? In M1. We're going to change that of A20 to C20. Another typo error over there. So just watch that. I'm also going to make that red and bolded. Okay? So the substitute function in cell M. M. Oh, there's a lot of mistakes here. It looks like a lot of mistakes here in cell M1. Oh, it's not a mistake. We must use it as a heading in M1. Sorry. So instead of using the word companies, we must use businesses, and we must have the substitute placed in over there as a subheading called insurance businesses. Okay, so what? Formulas. Now, that's right. Substitute. What is the text? Insurance companies. In A20, what is the old text? Now we must type it out. Insurance companies, that we're going to capital C, that we're going to change to a new text called insurance businesses. And we're going to use ES as a subheading. Insurance companies, businesses. So that's not working. Did we spell it right? Insurance, R-I-N-S, yes, we spelled it right. Businesses, okay. So what did we do wrong here now? Because we want the word, there is a spelling error. Companies. There we go. Insurance companies, we're going to change to insurance businesses, and we see the answer there, and okay, and there it is. What can't you see there? So what do we do so long for the time being? We double click, we auto fit it, and we auto fit it just to see the words clear. So as a subheading in cell M1, use the function to change that of A that we find in A20 to that in C20 and auto fit that column, which we did do. So far, so good. And I'm going to highlight them in yellow. And I'm going to save it. Let's scroll down. Question 7. Apply a wrap text to the subheading insurance company code, which we find in column L. L, insurance company code. We must go to Home tab and apply a wrap text. But now, something here looks nice. It is wrap text, but I think I forgot to ask to maybe change the column width, which is currently in 23. Let's change the column width to 20. Okay, so it's not showing. Let me change it to 18. I just want to see something. Still not working. Let's change it to 20. Let me change it to 22. Insurance company code. But what I'm trying to say is if I double click here, there we go. It's supposed to appear like that. But no stress. Now watch out for this in exam. If it's just a normal straight line like the others, then you just keep it as is. Because if I click on there, you did apply the wrap text feature or the wrap text function. So no stress. It's supposed to look like that, but if not, if it's still in one row, as long as you apply the wrap text. All right, so far so good. So that one is done. Question 8. Let's highlight some of both. E2 to E14, formula to join the data of the name and surname with a hyphen or a minus sign symbol. What comes to mind? Concatenate, autofill down, and autofit column E. So they want me to, in this column over here, let's scroll to my left a bit. They want me to join the name with the surname. Concatenate formulas recently used. I don't see it here. So we go search for it. Back concat. And there it is over there. And okay, I want to join the name with a minus sign in between or a hyphen sign. And I want to click in the third text to join it with the surname. And it's going to look like that. And okay, right. And autofill down and auto fit the column. There's your 4 or 5 marks, students. All right. Let's continue. Highlight the cells, apply currency rand 2 decimal places to the cells. H2 to K40, but we didn't just did that earlier on. Now that's where that puzzles me. This is what puzzles me. Format the values to rand currency. It seems like this question must be deleted out. And this is the correct question over here. So basically, I'm going to put a scratch line through it. A strike through over there to ignore that question 3, because here in question 9, we basically H2 to K14. H2 to K14. And I said, whoa, what did I say here on top? K2. Why did I use K2? It's supposed to be H2. Sorry. That's supposed to be H2. But basically, ignore question 3 because question 9 overrides question 3. I thought that was an error. Remember earlier on? So here they're basically asking us to do exactly what we did there. But they said 14, not 15. Okay, but we're still going to have to change this answer to rand currency decimal places because they're going to ask us to add these cars' values up. Does that make sense? So no problem. So we already changed it from H to K. Over there, home tab, in currency, and it was 2 decimal places that we selected. So that is done. All right. We already did that, so ignore question 3. Let's continue. Question 10. Determine the total, like I just said now, of the car values in H15. Which is that one over there. Auto sum, straightforward. Shade down with my mouse. There's it right over there, and I click on him. And there it is, 1.7 million of all the car values. All right. Let's see now. They're probably going to ask us VAT. And when it comes to VAT, the special key function. What comes to mind? We did the exercises earlier on. VAT, the percentage, C18. That we're going to use to determine the VAT by using that of the H2 values that we added up. So, 15% of 104. Manual version. Watch the formula bar. Watch this area. Or there, but also watch over there. Is equal to that. Click with my mouse. Star for multiplication. click on the 15% because VAT is 15%, and F4 key on my keyboard, $signs, and enter. So 15% of 104,000 is 15,600 and something. And we autofill those values down. So far, so good. Admit. No questions, and save him. Let's see. J2 formula, total car value using the car value and the VAT value. Autofill, create the formula. Oh, they want to tell us the complete grand total of each car. Use a formula to determine the total car value by using that and that, meaning adding the car value with the VAT value to get the total into J14. So they're basically saying in J2, add that plus that, you get an answer over there and we pull it, autofill it down. Straightforward, auto sum again. I click, I drag, and I stop with my mouse. Right? I auto sum. I click on that cell block alone and I autofill down to apply it to all the other car values. So the grand total of this person is 120,000. So her premiums are probably that she has to pay for her, the total car value. So far, so good. Let's see the next question. Basic premium. So let's see. Determine the basic premium by using the percentage provided in C19 from the total car value in J2. Also another special key, another F4 key. So the basic premium value with a percentage provided. Basic premium, anything here? Claims, is there no other percent? Oh, there's it right at the top, 5%. So in other words, they want me to find the basic premium by multiplying the 120,000, the total car value, with 5% over there, using the F4 key as well. Same thing, is equal to that star for multiplication, 5%, F4 key, and enter. So the basic monthly premium this person has to pay for insurance on the car is over 6,000. That's a lot. And autofill down. So there we determine every person's basic premium for their total car value by using the 5% over there. And for the VAT part, we use the 15%. So far, so good. Select cells A, 17, B, and C. Merge and center the subheadings. Other information. Let's see. Oh, 17A, 17B, 17C. Select, shade it in, and simple, easy peasy, merge and center it in the middle. Over there. Okay. Use the count if function in 21, 22, 23, 24. We're going to focus on that area now. Cells 21, 22. Count if all the accepted in column G. 21, 22, 23. Count if all the accepted. We must only count the accepted. So, formulas recently used. There's no if here, so we go searching quickly. Count if. Go. There it is. Okay. Our range is the accepted. I'm going to move it down. And the rejected column, the G column. Only that piece over there. And we're only going to count the number of accepted. What did I do yesterday? What did I forget? There's a note there. Inverted commas. inverted commas. 5 insurance claims was accepted. And okay. The age of the oldest, the maximum insurance staff member by using the what? The age column over here. Who is the eldest? Who is the biggest? Who is the 54, 35? It seems like the person is 54 is the maximum value. The oldest client's age. Let's scroll down. 22, C22 is equal to max. Select my criteria. And 54 is the eldest I see here. And okay. Insurance company codes. Let's see what that question is. In cell C23, determine the number of codes. Utilize a function to determine the number of 13 codes. So I got a feeling we must count. Utilize a function to determine the number of codes 13 in cell L2. HIJKL. What do you think, students? Utilize a formula to determine how many code 13 people are there. Insurance company code 13. Let's read that question again. Utilize a function to determine the number of 13 codes. Code 13 in cell. Another count if. We must count the number of 13 codes. How many 13 codes do we see? 1, 2, 3. So it looks like another count if. Just another way of asking the question. So again, recently used, we are going to use the count if to count. Scroll to my right with my mouse. Select the range. And we only want to count the number of code space 13 inverted commas. Let's see. Oh, but the 13 is written next to the E. Can you see now? See, when I put a space in between, it's naught. When I backspace, it's 3. So what is this part about? When you type in your code here, people, make sure that you type it the way you see it in the data over here. And okay, so there are 13 codes counted. The average price per car value. So I think the car value column, we must just determine what the average price is. Let's see. The average car value of H2 to 14. Yellow. H2 to 14. The average formula. Average of KH2 to 14. Which is 13,336. Okay, so that's the average car value, people. Now we need to determine the basic medium of the basic premium. What is the median value of that? Again, recently used median of column K, the basic premiums, which gives me that over there. And okay. Yesterday also the now and date. Today is the 15th. And the time is exactly 10:34. Recently used now. And I just click on OK. When this menu appears over here, I can move it over there. See the now formula? And you see volatile and we say OK. So it is the 15th at 10:34. The earliest date. That sounds like what is the minimum, the smallest date. Let's see. We did that 3 now. The earliest date of E I mean, of B2 to B14. So it's dates. What is the most earliest date? Or shall I say, what is the first date? What is the smallest date? So we're in the month of October, and I think I see the 13th of Sunday is the earliest date. The latest date will be Friday the 25th. So let's see, is equal to min, the smallest, the minimum value. Recently used, min. Let's determine the smallest, earliest date. Let's see. It's giving me that. No problem. And there we go. I was right. The 13th is the earliest date. Sunday the 13th. Okay. So students, watch out for these type of formulas. They're going to come in. They're going to definitely come in. Let me just take a sip of my water. Okay. Highlight insurance claims and sort the data in A to Z order on which column? The insurance claims column. So from A1 to M14. A1 to M14. They want us to sort this information on which column? Insurance claim column. This column over here, the insurance claims column. So, Home tab, sort and filter, click custom sort on A insurance claims column. In other words, all the accepteds are going to come first and A, B, C, A, Q, M, R comes afterwards. So all the A's are accepted and then all the R's are going to be grouped together like that. So we sorted them out in insurance claims format by using the sort and filter feature. Apply all borders to the data in point 22. Oh, as in point 22. So we shaded this information in as it is right there. From there to M. And all they want me to do is to apply all borders, lines in between. And I click away. Make sense? Everybody happy? Conditional formatting to the insurance column to highlight the My Way using the yellow fill with the dark yellow ticks. So the main column that we're focusing on is insurance business column. That is when we use the what? The substitute function to change the word companies to businesses. They want me to highlight the My Way and using a yellow fill with the yellow ticks, which is the last column over here. All the My Ways, the My Ways, and the My Ways, and the My Ways are going to be highlighted in a yellow background with a dark yellow ticks by using conditional formatting. I select the data. Conditional formatting. Highlight the cells or the text that contains not Sanlam, My Way. Here you can see it, but not red, yellow, and okay. Oh, so far so good. Now we're going to do a little bit of margins, narrow, and freezing panes, and the name range. Okay. What's it? Only of the first row and margins. All right. So we are going to change the page layout, the margins of the page layout to narrow. This is for printing purposes. What's the next thing they said? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Freeze the panes of the first row only, so I can place my mouse in the second row so that it applies to the first row, or you can just go to view, freeze panes, and freeze the top row only, or row 1 basically. So when I see there, you see an imaginary line. So when I scroll with my mouse, the subheadings are frozen. I just double click that column over there and auto fit a bit. I can just, they didn't tell us to, but just to check. I'm sure that's going to get closer and closer and closer. That's freezing pains. Now they want me to name the range from A1 to M15. A1 to M15 to insurance. M15. Okay. A1 from there to there and all the way down, including the second row 2. Is it A1 or A2? Oh, it's from the top, including the headings. So it's all of them from the top all the way down to M15. Let's read it again. Yep, 15. And in the top left-hand corner over here, we are going to name this whole cell range to insurance. So I click with my mouse in the box, a backspace, and I type in insurance, and I press enter on my keyboard. I lock this. This is important when we're going to get to VLOOKUPs. I think we did this before in one of the previous exercises. This is going to be very important when we start with VLOOKUPs. So for now, we're just going to name the range from A1 to M15 and enter to insurance. So when I click away, you will see nothing there. But if I select this area again, from A1 to 15, the word insurance appears over there. There's a reason why. And we can also see this formulas, name range manager, and we named it insurance from A1 to M15. We can't, there's it, which is locked in absolute dollar signs over there. Can you see? And the sheet's name is what? Client details, the name of the sheet and the cells that we selected. So we named it and we close it. We named it insurance. Very important. And we save our work. Obviously, over here, you type your name, your surname, your student number, and your FT, ECP, whatever, A, B, C, your group. Obviously, my students, group A, if full-time, group B, full-time, group C, full-time. So you can type that in over there. That's straightforward, easy peasy. What else? Let's see. Okay. So we're going to import now, students. We're going to take the table from Axis and we're going to import it into Excel as a new worksheet, and we're going to rename the worksheet as staff details. Maybe that's already renamed for us already, and we're going to make sure that the sheet appears first and apply a yellow font tab color to the sheet. So let's first get the import part done. Step 1. Save. Admit. Okay. Step 2. We're not going to open the database because we already saved it and we copied and pasted the information onto our desktop. We already copied the whole exercise to our desktop, which is over here. Minimize, which is that exercise over there. So we're going to find the database file inside this exercise 14, which is that one over there. I'm not going to open it and exit, but stays closed. So step 1, data tab. Step 2, get data. Step 3, from MS Access. And I click. And we wait a couple of seconds. Oh, yeah. Now we're going to go find that file on our desktop, the folder, our exercise 14, desktop. And there it is at the top, and I double click. And there's my staff database, and I click on import. And we wait again a couple of seconds. Just give it a Just give it a couple and there we go. Now they want, what does the question say? The TBL, the table members. Using the members table. Can you see that part over there? Yellow. Renamed, and then click on that one. This is the preview of what the table of access look like, and we are going to load it in or import it into our Excel sheet. And it jumps automatically to a new sheet. And I exit that in the top right hand corner. I close it. Client details, this is the sheet, and it's already moved. It's shown first. It's already appeared first, but what's missing? We must rename it to staff details, and we must apply a yellow font, a yellow tab color. So right click, rename staff details, capital D. Man, oh yeah, no. Details, click away, right click, tab color, and they want me to call it or give it a yellow color. Am I right? Apply a yellow, there we go. So students, that is your 2-3 marks of the exam, how to import something. Now, they want me to format this table a bit. In column C, pardon, the membership paid column. Only make sure that it shows the yeses, the trues data with a down arrow tick box. That's the clue. So the membership paid, you see true and false and true and false and false and true, etc. They only want me to click on that little down arrow, and they only want me to show only the true ones. So I unselect all, and I only click on the true tick one. So check what happens now. Okay, only the true clients and IDs and values are shown. I'll do it again. We go into that box. It was shown, everything was shown like this when we imported the document, right? I mean, the table. So they only want us to show the trues only. So we click on that down arrow, and they only want me to untick and only to show the true ones. Or they could have asked us, only show the false ones. I click on the false and I untick the true ones. I only want to see all the false ones. But in this case, they only want us to see the true ones. So I click away, only true, and okay. And save. And let's see. That's it. Exercise 3.14 is done. So just go up here, people. Ignore question 3 because question 9 covers question 3. That is a typing error because there's rand 2 decimal places being shown again to us. So just ignore that question. So when you get to this part, you will just, it will be normal. And this is how our solution should look like. Shoo, what an exercise. So what did we cover here? What's the outcomes? Let's look at my solution. I just want to see about this company code 13, if it was also another count if. And here's my solution. I will give these solutions to you, and it is count if. And it is count if. So there was 2 count ifs used. I was right. And obviously, your name, your surname, your student number. So my solution looks exactly like, my starter file. Then you rename your file as surname, student number, exercise 3.14, group ABC, full time, zip compress it with your, access file and questions, and upload to Blackboard. So I save him and exit. This is the solutions. I exit. And I exit again. Here are my questions. Obviously, you ignore that question 3 as we spoke. And I save this. And okay. Right. Here is my exercise. Obviously, I'm going to rename this your surname, the student, your start number, EXE 3.14, is that 14? Yes. Group FT, A, or B, or C. Click away. Right. Right click. I'm gonna just not copy it. Yes, I'm gonna copy this. I'm lazy. Over there. Right. Here's my exercise. I exit. Here's my folder where this work is inside. I right click and I rename it again to, I'm going to Control V on my keyboard, your surname, your student, we type it in, etc. Right. Now, why am I doing this? This is exactly how you're going to do your assignment if you didn't upload it or upload it. Now we right click, and in your exam and your group assignment, I right click, I compress, and I zip it, and see what happens. There we go. In the bottom left-hand corner, I click away. The zip file appears. Now I go into my Blackboard. Okay, on the calls, this is the email. Amanda, OPA-related issues and linking of these things. Okay, that's the person. Right, I'm going to go quickly into Home tab, and I'm going to log into Blackboard. My classroom, Blackboard. Okay. Full-time students, that's us. Go to Unit 3. All the submission links. I go to 14. There it is, over there. Right. Now you can see here, there's something here. We can click and drag the information, or if I take my mouse, I'm going to show you both ways. Minimize my screen. You see that file over there? That is a zip file of 13. And I'm going to click and drag it into there and see what happens. And I'm going to say save. Or I can go to the money clip over there. And I go to my desktop. And there's my zip exercise. And I say open. And I say okay. It's the same thing, people. You can click and drag your file in here, or you can use the you can use the money clip and upload it and find it from your desktop. So I'm going to delete the one, and I click on save, and then in the bottom right hand corner over here you will see a word submit, and you click on submit, meaning your exercise has been, a little menu will appear here, a little square, basically telling you that your assignment or submission or assessment or test or exercise has been uploaded successfully. But I can't do it because I can't submit to myself. And I think someone asked me to change the attempts. I think I'm going to change the attempts all to 2. I'll do that over the weekend. So that is how you upload your assignment in the video tonight or whenever. Your exercises, the same process, the group assignment, your May, June exam, your September exam, your final exam. You zip compress. And inside, obviously, the zip compress, minimize, inside this file over here is exactly the same work that's inside over there. So if I double click, there I see 3 files. If I double click here, I double click again, I also see my 3 files. It's the same thing. It's just that we made the space a little bit smaller. That's why we zip compress. And that is the steps to upload to Blackboard. So you're going to do it for your assignment, your individual assignment, all your other things. Same steps. Same steps. Shoo! Okay, my students, is there any questions? I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Oh, wait, let me keep it on share in case there is a question. So just remember, ignore question 3 of exercise 3.14. It's a repeated question because question 9 tells you to do exactly the same. So any questions, my students? Speak to me in the chat box. As I said, you just watch the videos and practice your exercises. You won't go wrong. The formulas are there. I'm just showing you various types of exercises and various questions, how they can ask these type of questions in the exam. Substitute formula, concatenate, countif, conditional formatting, import, export, rand currency, sorting a document, freezing of the panes, headers and footers, the date, the now date, the today's date, adding a number of dates, the text today's date, the sequence of running numbers with the fill series. That is all the outcomes that we covered in this exercise today, students. Everybody's quiet. If there's no questions, students, then we can call it a day. Are you happy? I see a thumbs up. Okay, students, let's keep the video short and sweet. Then I can leave and everybody can leave and everybody can exit. So I'm going to work. Nkosi, thank you, my sweetie. Oh, brother. I am going to work on the group. I'm going to do an overview exercise on your group assignment. I will do that maybe tonight. And share it with you guys tomorrow. Or yes. And then tomorrow I can just go through, is there any questions? A quick half an hour, whoever wants to join, and I can just ask any questions on your group assignment related. Okay, my guys, we can call it a day. If there's no questions, you guys may leave. All right, see you guys. Let's stop sharing and stop recording. Take care, guys.